Hi everybody, it's Laquita. I wanted to come and show you another project that I just finished, and I need to get it in the mail, so I'm trying desperately to get it all done today, and I need to make it out to the post office. But first, let me say thank you to Lynn and to Chloe for this beautiful Christmas card that I just got the other day. Thank you so much. It's so very nice. It's very sparkly. And thank you again for that beautiful card. And let me show you the book. So I've made another journal, a fabric journal with paper tags. And this one is a crazy quilt style on the cover. It's not like that all the way through the book. But I did have a lot of fun putting this together, and I definitely will do another one of these. But it was, this one is a gift for someone, so I had somebody in mind when I was putting this one together. And it's kind of done in a gypsy bohemian style, and it's got lots of noisemakers at the bottom, and I've added this tie around it, which has some dangling beads and bells on it for a little bit more noise. And then this tie that I'm using here was some fabric that I had, and it's kind of a mesh, a little bit on the stretchy side, something that I got one of the craft stores, probably Joann's, but I just thought it was perfect for this book. So I do have it sewn onto the end of the book there so that it won't run away from the book. You see the squirrel. I don't know if you can see him. He's digging a hole out there probably for a nut. Who knows? Anyway, back to the book. In this type of crazy quilt style, you know, you just put odd shapes of fabric, different textures and what have you together, and then that's why it's a lot of fun, because you just use your imagination and do whatever. I didn't do all of the work on here. I did not do the flower and the leaves, and I did not do these little pink flowers. And so you're saying, well, what's left? There's a little bit of embroidery work across the top and a little bit right here. And then there's some stitching, you know, down the sides there in embroidery. But most of my work is on the back. I did some ribbon work here. I made the flowers and the leaves out of some silk ribbon. And then it was white, and I used my Pro markers to color them. And on the monitor, they actually look darker than they are. They're actually a very light pink. But I did a little bit of embroidery stitching there. I've done some little roses there, some more embroidery work there. And then I've just added some beads to some, you know, different places all around the rest of the book. So that's pretty much the outside. The spine is this fabric that has these little tufted little areas, and I have stitched black beads down in there. But it's going to be hard for the camera to pick that up. But okay, let's go to the inside now. So the inside cover here, I've covered it using a crushed velvet fabric, and then I've added a doily at the top. And back in the day when I used to do resin work, I actually made this cabochon, and I just love the color of it, and I thought it was perfect to go in this book. So put that there, and it has a few little dangles on there. It's got a little owl and a key that's hanging off of it. And then there's a couple of tags in here. This one particular tag is from Marion Smith's paper line, and I believe it's called Gypsy. But I don't think these papers are available anymore. I just happen to have a couple of sheets, and I looked online to see if I could reorder, but it doesn't look like you can get them anymore. So there are a few pieces of that paper line in here. And then I've created a pocket here out of a calico fabric, and another pocket here across the diagonal one, which is made out of a mesh fabric, and it has embroidery along the edge, and the little flowers are embroidered. And then there's a little bit of folded scrapbook paper tucked in there for journaling on. And then this pretty trim across the bottom here was from Donna Little. Hi, Donna. Okay, the next page, this gorgeous applique is from Renita. Hi, Renita. And I finally found, I thought, the perfect place to put this beautiful applique. But I did add some beads to it, so all of the flowers have some beads in the center. And then I've added a couple of tags here. And the rest of the applique is actually attached to the page. The only part that's open is just the section down here where you would put the tags in. Okay, the next page, this page is done with this gorgeous fabric, which I absolutely love. It's a light green mesh fabric, and then it has all these embroidered leaves and flowers and sequins on it. So I've used that to cover the page, and then I went around it with a little bit of a leaf trim that's also in a light green. And then I've used a square doily across the corner, and that's where it holds the tags. It's pretty deep pockets. It can get a lot of tags in there. This pretty bling right here was a lady's earring, and it was a clip-on, and I just took the back off of it and used it to embellish that pocket. Okay, and then the next page, I've got an image of a gypsy lady there, and this doily was also a gift from Donna, and I just got it the other day too because I had an order that I got from her, and she had included that in there. And I was working on this book, and it was just perfect. It came at the right time, just when I needed something to go around that image, and so it was a perfect time to get that. And then I've just added some coins and beads dangling there. This pretty trim, the green and the pink, is from it was from the Gypsy kit that I got from her. It's that Gypsy kit that never it always keeps giving, because I can't seem to use up everything in there. There was so much in that Gypsy kit. It just keeps on giving. But I'm not complaining. It's just, it was stuffed with a lot of things in there, a lot of pretty things in there. So that's what I put there on top of that calico, that green calico fabric. And that creates the pocket for a few more tags there. And then a few dangles at the bottom, and then also behind this image there's a pocket, and I've got a tiny little tag in there. It's a coupon for a 50-cent haircut, and it does have a note on the back to the person that's getting this book. So next page. All right, the next two pages I did in a crazy quilt style also. If you take the tags out, you'll be able to see the work that I did. So you can see it's lots of different sizes of little, snippets of fabric that I've stitched together, and I've done some embroidery stitching over all of the seams. So I didn't want to cover the page up completely, so I just used some really pretty laces to create the pocket. So this one, as you can see, is done in the burgundy colors, and then I've added a flower and a couple of little leaves that I snipped off of some fabric. And then this little bauble that's hanging here, it actually has a map on one side, and then on the other side it says Adventure Awaits in there. So I thought that was a nice touch to put on the page. And then I've got the tags in there, and this is another one from the Marion Smith papers. And then the next page I did in a blue lace across the corner, and then I've used a blue fabric to create this flower here, and the button in the center was gifted to me from Roseanne, and it actually says New York, Paris, and I don't know, something else on there. I can't read it right now. And then across the bottom I've got coins that I've attached to this rick-rack, and they're hanging on beads. And then I've got a boho bead that I made, and it has a little leaf on the end. This boho bead was made from air dry clay, and I know you can use paper straws or plastic straws or whatever to make them, but I did use the clay to make that one. And then the tags go in there, and that is another piece from the Marion Smith papers. Okay, all right. Let's move to the next page. Get those back in there. Okay. At this page, I've got an image of a gypsy lady, and I just added a lot of different laces and appliques, and this piece is from Donna Little. I got that from one of her sales that she had going on, and then I made a little envelope here, and I didn't put a fastener on it because this bead is pretty heavy, and it's enough weight to keep the flap down, so I don't think I need to put a fastener on it. And then I've used a different calico fabric on the inside, and then there's several tags down inside, and there's also, I think there's a tag missing. There's one in there. There's another little tag, but there's a label that I stitched on the inside, and it says to, you know, the person that the book is going to, and that is from me. Okay, the next page, this fabric is something that I got. I'm pretty sure I got this when I lived in LA, and it's got, it's a mesh fabric again, and it's got the green embroidered leaves and stems all over it, and then the rice beads, and then it's also got these really large sequins on there. And then I've created a pocket out of some crocheted fabric that I had for this tag. And then there's another tag right here in the front that the butterflies are on. That's another pocket right there, which holds another tag that says peaceful on it. Okay, so next page is done in burgundies and browns, and I did make the roses and the leaves. This part was something that I bought. This was something I found thrifting, and then just added a pretty little lace down the side there, and I left a pocket space behind it there for a pocket to put in a few tags. And then the last page is again in the green crushed velvet, and then I used a calico fabric to create the pocket, and it's a pretty deep pocket, so the note cards in there are pretty good size. And then I've just created a crocheted flower in the corner there, and the trim I did not do, but I did crochet the little heart there. And then I've added a few little applique flowers there in the corner. So that is it. That is my little book, and as I said, it will go out in the mail. Hopefully it will make it on time to its new owner. So that is it for now, guys. I don't think I will be back again before the new year. So I want to wish you all a very happy Christmas, and Merry Christmas rather, and a blessed new year. So you all take care, and I will talk to you in a few days, hopefully. Bye. Thanks for watching.